Here we go, breaking the game.
And it's gone.
A is gone. 78 points, mercy! What? This game is over! No! What?
No GG got.
What? Bungie's gonna disable Iron Banner!
Say goodbye to your Iron Banner streak, boys.
What? What just happened?
Important for me to put a comment on YouTube.
See how it's not a plate? It's not a plate like usual?
Yeah, it's not like hitting anything.
Oh, Grimthal.
Well, it doesn't work on this map.
Yeah,
We tried it on all the zone.
we tried on all of them.
We just have to play a normal Iron Man. Cringe.
I know.
Wait, no, C's gone. You killed C.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Where is C? Where is C? DC point is gone! How did we... There's no C point anymore.
I barricaded like on the low ground of it. It got eaten.
Wait, I'm gonna barricade on the low ground of A now. A is... Wait, Wait, A is still here.
Go to B. See if we can get it to work on B.
Wait, do we just have Perma C the entire match then?
I don't think anybody has it. Just gone.
No, it says we
Wait,
have
get
road
it.
advantage at the top.
Oh, you're right.
No way! We haven't...
We capped it.
We
have.
We captured
Perma's
C.
zone advantage.
Locked it down, man.
That's awesome. Man. I'm coming. Nobody has a barricade.
Ah,
I have a bit. Well,
some bullshit, man. Barricaded.
It's gone.
no!
Let's go.
Wait, what's gone? Is B gone now?
I capped it and it's gone. I capped
B
it
is
and it's
gone!
Oh, it worked. You see
B
the
is
cap?
gone!
Zone decapped like 30 times.
It should come as no surprise to any Guardian currently in Destiny 2 that the Malfeasance exotic hand cannon is absolutely busted and doing insane numbers. This is easily one of the most fun weapons to use. However, we wanted to test its limits. Just how strong is the Malfeasance now that it's currently bugged, and can it take out raid bosses? Can we kill a raid boss with one phase using just this primary ammo weapon? And the answer is emphatically yes. We could actually kill a bunch of different raid bosses with just Malfeasance. The first one we wanted to test out was, of course, Riven of 1,000 Voices. The reason why is because there's a very tight time constraint when killing Riven, and we knew that the buff that you get from this actually has a short time window, and so it's really good for burst DPS, so we thought we just might be able to pull it off. And not only were we able to pull it off, we were able to do so very easily. In fact, I would argue that this is the easiest, most consistent one phase of Riven that is currently possible in Destiny 2. So if you're looking to clear Riven for whatever reason, definitely have everyone put on Malfeasance and put on Lucky Pants. Now obviously that does require having 6 hunters, and in this gameplay here you'll notice that we are all 6 hunters, which means there's literally no Well of Radiance. We didn't even have a proper buff. We just had Malfeasance, Lucky Pants, we had triple kinetic surge and triple kinetic loader on all of us, and then we all shot tethers just to give her a debuff. We didn't even shoot any golden guns. We were able to very consistently, very easily one phase Riven. We were also able to do this on various other bosses. We decided to try and take it into Nezrak. We weren't quite able to pull it off on Nezrak. Obviously they're not a taken boss, so we don't get that extra taken damage like we do when we're shooting it at Riven. So we weren't able to pull it off against Nezrak, but we were able to pull it off against the Daughters of Oryx, and also we were able to pull it off on Oryx as well. It did unfortunately take us 3 phases of Oryx, but I think that had to do with a few teammates throwing, because when you go back and look at the damage later on, you'll notice that it was definitely possible to 2-phase Oryx with just a primary ammo weapon, which is honestly just absurd. I'm almost certain that Bungie will disable this weapon for the day 1 raid race, but I don't think that they'll disable it within the game because it's powerful, it's overpowered, but it's a lot of fun to use. I only think that it's going to ruin potentially the sanctity of the day 1 raid race. The new exotic fusion rifle, the Tessellation, is bugged and can infinitely fire its power shot. As you can see here in the gameplay behind me, I can keep repeatedly loading it with the grenade charge, which is super powerful and super strong. And it's due to a bug on Arc Warlocks alone, which is a very strange one. Here's how it works. You have to be on Arc Warlock. You have to be on Stormcaller, not Chaos Reach. And all you have to do when you load in is just swap your grenade. In doing so, you'll be able to infinitely load in the powerful shot, and it does do full damage. So have fun melting bosses and absolutely destroying things in Destiny 2 while this glitch is out and about.
Let me do this one over here.
Pizza Hut is this one.
Yeah, just here. Alright guys, make sure we get this shield off.
That's what you think I did.
Yeah, keep the div up honestly for the linear.
That's kind of the point.
There's a dude.
Oh!
Look at her health when I shoot
Look
the
at
linear,
her
bro.
dick!
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this thing is really good.
I just got me killed!
Yeah, that's fine. Where's my angle? Just to get to there?
Yeah, we land on that platform, yeah.
Peace.
Did you make it?
I'm past it.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hit a rock. I can make it all the way to the end. Yeah.
What?
I can probably come back.
Blink on, bro.
Oh, even I can make that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to see this shit again.
Alright, dark stuff. Oh shit, it's
Yeah.
damaged. Gotta get ready.
Might well. Oh, you got a well down already? What am I saying?
It is not damaged.
Free
Get
fire.
it, get it, boy.
Bro, I got 28 frames.
Why don't you increase your frames again, Daffy? What happened?
Oh my god.
This game is what's happened,
Holy
man.
crap.
GG, easy.
Not really.
Bro,
Everyone
shoot a
gets
tether at him.
30%.
Yeah, then shoot a tether at him.
Do we have a tether?
We should. I guess I should have been
No
tether.
tether.
Left side.
Left.
Easy.
Alright, right side.
Get him. Get him.
Oh my gosh, no way. No way. Pick a plate.
No.
Pick a plate. Pick a plate, any plate. Doesn't now matter. Ouch, melt this guy, get him.
Let's go.
Jesus
so
Christ.
Okay, unironically, I think I'm gonna pick up a, where's the mod? Radar tuning. There it is.
Gotta debuff Atheon so we can actually
Wait,
pull off
radar?
this melt. It's one phase.
Oh, radar tuner just keeps your radar active all the time?
The radar's already active because it's a shotgun.
Oh, that's
Just one shot.
Oh, you're right!
They're both so weak.
This
No,
is,
they're one. Go get him.
But what we doing?
Ooh, we barely pulled that one off.
Thanks. Giving it well.
Yeah.
Got it. Open bitch.
Oh
Get 'em.
no, whatever will we do?
Watch out, guys, a shrieker.
Oh my god, the ball bounced across the room.
I'm into like shooting a normal auto rifle.
One. I'm stuck to your right.
Okay. You gotta break me
I
up.
hope you heard all the tarnations at once, bro.
You gotta break me up. You can. It's okay.
I was just
Those
standing
swings
there.
are good.
Slam.
Bodge.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Dude, just go.
There ain't no way you're trying to. Dude, you're gonna lose way more points than anything if you're gonna try and play during this.
Oh, I just fucking no-scoped his body with the
These
sniper.
dudes need to fucking get off if they think that they're gonna do something in game.
I know.
You would lose non-stop. Even to fucking like 0.2 dumbasses, you would still lose like fuck ton of points.
Daruz could run these guys. Oh, dude.
You say Darush can run? That's fucked up. That's funny.
Huge, we got it. Damageable, damageable.
Pick up, your teammate's lost.
All me, all skilled.
Where's homie? Oh, is it right?
Nice.
Nice.
Alright. Just me doing damage to the Templar alone. Don't even have to reload. And that's post-patch. Bungie's new map, Multiplex, has shipped with a bug, but this one's actually super fun. You can hop on your Sparrow at any given time when playing Multiplex Iron Banner. I'm not sure if this applies to any other game modes or if anyone's tested this out, but players this week in Iron Banner noticed that they were able to spawn their Sparrow. Bungie has just disabled the mods Bolstering Detonation, Focusing Strike, Impact Deduction, and Momentum Transfer, which is almost all the good mods in the game right now. If you have any build saved, you're probably using these mods because these are the mods that give you really good ability regeneration from your melee, your grenade, etc. If you want to know why these actually got disabled, it was from a video from Cheese Forever. He actually showed that you can swap your armor mods and do a bunch of crazy things and basically give yourself infinite supers. You can see here in this video, he's featuring it by swapping his armor mods over and over again and activating both your rift or your grenade, your melee. There was basically a loop that you could do with these. So Bungie had no choice. We can't have everyone running around with infinite abilities and infinite supers, so they had to disable all of these mods, which is pretty crazy because this is like almost the entire mod suite. I mean, there's obviously a lot more mods still, but these are some of the best ones, some of the most commonly used ones, and definitely a pretty crazy thing. Bungie actually took away these additional bounties that you can get right here from the moon because the XP from them was bugged and you were getting like roughly almost 12,000 XP from doing these repeatable bounties on the moon. And they actually tweeted out saying that they just disabled it altogether. It's not a thing anymore. Well, actually, the repeatable bounties from all the vendors actually dropped the same amount of XP as the ones from the moon. So Bungie has a really interesting decision they have to make. Do they actually disable all of the repeatable bounties from now until whenever they can fix it, maybe a week or two from now? Or do they just let it go on? Bungie's playtesting never ceases to amaze me. In today's video, we're going to be talking about gigantic Anarchy. One of my favorite glitches in Destiny 2 is when things get abnormally huge. Does anyone remember Gigantic Protheon?
What the hell? Oh my god, no way.
Easily one of my top 10 glitches in Destiny 2, and this one also tops the charts. If you go to the new dungeon boss and shoot an Anarchy at the ghost, specifically when the ghost is expanding, if you pay attention to it, it has an animation where it's expanded, it's spinning around, and every 3 seconds it collapses and then reopens. When it reopens, it makes any projectiles that are touching it 100 times the normal size, creating some extremely hilarious moments. I tried this with a variety of other projectiles and it does work, like with Thorn for example, but it's honestly just the funniest with Anarchy. With Anarchy, it goes from being that tiny little arc grenade launcher to a massive 2-ton nuke. And honestly, I just love this glitch so much. All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how you can get infinite sleeper ammo in PvE and in PvP, simply by picking up a special ammo brick. So you'll notice here, there's 2 power ammo bricks here, but when I pick up the special ammo brick, I'll actually get some power from this. So let's try it closely. Boom, I picked up the special brick and I got +1 power, and both power ammo bricks are still there. So you can get infinite sleeper ammo. You can actually work for any linear fusion for that matter. All you need to do is have a fusion rifle on, and when you have a fusion and a linear fusion on, what it does when you put the new mod on your boots, the Fusion Scavenger mod, the dual one, is it will give 1 bullet to your special ammo and 1 bullet to your power ammo, even though it's not supposed to because it's a special ammo brick. So along with that, you have to put another scavenger in here. It can be a linear fusion scavenger. It can be anything. I think it just can't be a fusion scavenger, and you can't just put 2 of this mod in there. Every Titan in Destiny 2's fantasy just came true, and no, I'm not talking about Marsav images. I'm talking instead about infinite shoulder charge. Look at this. You can now shoulder charge indefinitely. Is it extremely practical? I don't know. Maybe you can take it into Mayhem, have some fun. You can do this on Void, Arc, and the Solar class. And in today's video, I'll be showing you exactly how. All right. And when you do get this to proc properly for you, you'll see here, you can just shoulder charge for days. So let's start from the beginning. Let me go ahead and jump off the edge of the map here. And we'll wipe. I'm in a private match of Mayhem. You could do this in normal Crucible. I don't think it's going to be game breaking, but it will be funny and silly. So all you have to do is have on Burning Maul, the subclass. And then what you do is you pop your Burning Maul right after you begin to slide. So sprint, slide, sprint, slide. You're going to do it just the first time you sprint and slide, you're going to pop your Burning Maul. And afterwards, you will then have infinite shoulder charge. It's extremely simple. So a lot of people are probably going to do this in Crucible. We'll see. So sprint, slide, pop super, just like that. And then once I've done using my super, I will have infinite shoulder charge. There we go. And now it's done. And now shoulder charge, shoulder charge, shoulder charge. Obviously I can continue running around the map like normal. I don't have to play like that the entire time, but I can just infinitely shoulder charge. Very strange bug. Like I said, it works with all three classes. I showed you Void, showed you Solar. Now I'll swap to Arc. Now obviously in game, it's going to be different because you're going to have to regenerate your melee, and I'm in a private match of Mayhem where I regenerate a lot faster. So in game might not be quite as practical, but there is Mayhem this week. So maybe you want to use the Void and troll people by suppressing them with your infinite shoulder charge. Once you use up the charge from the melee though, it's gone, so keep that in mind. Stop whatever you're doing right now in Lightfall and farm for this Godroll Redneck grenade launcher because there is a bug in the game and it probably won't be here for very long. If you take advantage of it now, you're going to get an insane grenade launcher. All you have to do is do the new Battlegrounds. It's on EDZ, and in doing so, you'll get a bunch of engrams. You'll take them to the war table, and after you turn them in, I just did my Battleground because I didn't have it unlocked and all my friends were farming for it. After you turn those engrams in, you're more than likely to get one of these grenade launchers to drop for you. After you do get one to drop for you, it will then be available in collections. It's called the Redneck grenade launcher. And if you didn't get a Wendigo is Arc, but this one's Void. It has the exact same role as that. Once it's in collections, you go to weapons, go to power weapons, go to grenade launchers, and you go here, and you pull it from collections. And if RNG blesses you, you will get a really, really good roll of this thing. With auto-loading explosive light, with spike, no spike, so I gotta keep going. Gotta keep going until I get this god roll. I went and quickly refreshed my glimmer so I'd have plenty in order to do this a ton of times. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to lose all of my upgrade materials, but if you have plenty to spare, like a lot of you probably do, this is definitely worth it. This weapon is craftable, so keep in mind that later on you'll be able to craft the god roll of this weapon and have the enhanced traits on it. But as for the time being, having a really good grenade launcher like this one is just nice to have, and there's not really much else to grind that's nearly as tantalizing as this weapon right now, so I highly recommend go to the collections and get to farming this thing. All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Bungie finally addressing a bug that I made a video talking about earlier today, or yesterday rather, which is we are currently investigating Arc subclasses not receiving correct resilience-based damage reduction for PvE for Warlocks and Titans. So Bungie finally catching up to the news and realizing that the damage resistance is not working on Titans and Warlocks. If you have 100 resilience, you're not getting that 40% damage reduction, which is going to be terrible for using the new Arc subclasses, especially if you're doing any challenging endgame activity right now in PvE. You're going to get ran over because you're probably used to using Restoration or Restoration ×2, right? And now you're using Arc, you have no healing like that. And on top of that, your damage reduction is there. So, all right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and Arc Titan is bugged in a good way. I'm going to go over two huge bugs right now, and these are both pretty awesome. The first one is you can do this thruster boost a ton. So you can fly around as much as you want with it. I'll go ahead and demonstrate it here. You put down the Titan barricade with Icefall mantles on. Okay. That gives you the shield. And then after you do that, you go into your menu and you swap to thruster. You can now thrust around indefinitely. As you can see, I have a shorter than usual cooldown time because I'm in Mayhem, but you could do this in PvE. He's going to shoot me with an SMG a little bit. It refreshes my timer if I get shot at all. So I can actually just sit here and do this a ton, which is hilarious. You can do it in PvE, do it in PvP. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily broken or advantageous in any way, but maybe you'll figure out a way. Maybe you'll bring a clip Tag me with a clip if you find some fun way to use this. Festival of the Lost 2022 is here, and along with it comes, of course, bugs. There's always going to be bugs with everything, but this one's a pretty big one, and Bungie has recently addressed it. If you've been out there grinding, you can do activities and get spectral pages to drop for you from all of various different activities, right? You probably have some of these, and you may be experiencing this bug, so I wanted to make a video to address this and to talk about Bungie actually addressing this. What you're supposed to do after you get these spectral pages is you're supposed to go do the activity, the Haunted Sectors playlist, and then when you do so, it will use those spectral pages and convert them over to manifested pages. And then you'll go over here and you'll turn in your manifest pages right here in this interaction area of the Book of the Forgotten, right? So that's what I can do right now. But a lot of you can't do that because when you're doing the activity, it's using up your pages, but it's not actually giving you it's using up your spectral pages, but it's not giving you the manifested pages. And this issue would seem to, as far as I've gotten to, I've been doing some digging a little bit here and there, it would seem to be if you've done Festival of the Lost last year, it's not allowing you to get the proper materials this year. For example, I didn't do it last year. It arrived, I played it for like one day, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not interested, right? So because I didn't do it last year, it's not bugged for me. But if you did do it, yes, last year, it's probably bugged for you. There is a massive bug in Destiny 2 involving Solar Warlocks, the class that a lot of you are probably going to choose to bring into the raid day one. I wanted to highlight this and bring this to your attention because this one is a game changer, especially for your damage output as a well lock. So first thing I'll mention is that when I jump into my well, I do less damage for some bizarre reason. If I jump into a friendly well, I do increased damage, and I'll demonstrate here with all the numbers. So let's go ahead and show this. So first up, shoot Brachion in the head. Got an immune because he hasn't gone out of immune phase yet. I do 37,000 to the head. Shoot him twice to demonstrate, 37,000 head. If I put a well down now, I should get a damage increase. However, I do 23,000. Daffy puts his well down. Again, if I'm in his well, now I do 46,000. I go back to my well, I do 23,000. That's a steep damage drop off. That's a crazy bug. We've noticed this first in Brachion. I'll be testing it elsewhere, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on if you want to see if this is bugged throughout all of Destiny right now. It's pretty crazy stuff. Hopefully this gets fixed before the raid. Otherwise, all the Warlocks out there are about to be doing suboptimal DPS to the new raid bosses and have a rough time out there in the raids. Alright, hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and this is just a regular private match of elimination, which is the best representation I can do of Trials, so that way I can show you. And a very unfortunate bug in the game. This may very well get Trials canceled, and I'm not trying to get it canceled. I just have to show you this bug, and I'm not going to show you how to do it. That's to clarify. I do not want people doing this. I do not want to show anyone how to do this, and this will deter a lot of people from being able to do it. Some people out in the game right now may already know Roxley's going to be the one doing this, and it doesn't involve anything other than just, you know, a certain combination of things. And so I'm going to cover this so that way you guys know what you may run into in Trials this weekend, because there's a really bad bug with Behemoth. There was a bad bug with Shadebinder, and that's why Cancel was trialed for the first 2 weeks. I was really stoked to play Trials then, and unfortunately with all the new stuff in the game and the changes to the servers and stuff, there's bugs in the game. And so this is one of them, and it's an unfortunate one, and we'll see if Trials does in fact get canceled. My inclination is this one is bad enough to potentially get Trials canceled, but here we go. We're in a 1v1 situation in elimination. Normally elimination will be 3v3, Trials will be 3v3, and we'll spawn up and we'll push out here. And essentially, you know, we're looking for some red on the radar. We can't find any red on the radar. There is a mysterious smoke out there, but besides that, there's literally no red on the radar at all. You'll notice that no matter where I go, there's no red on the radar. Essentially, you know, Roxley is just non-existent within the map on my screen, but on his screen, he is very much existent. He can see me, he can shoot me, he can snipe me, shotgun me, do anything he wants to me because of this bug. You know, we've seen bugs in the game before with instance glitches and stuff like that, and this is something of similar nature, but this one is one that you can actually replicate 100% of the time and relatively effortlessly. So that's why this one's a really big problem, and this will need to get patched immediately. And before it gets patched, As you can see there, Roxley killed me. And before it gets patched, we'll see if Trials can make it through this first weekend. We'll see if this is a plague. You can notice there how Roxley was never even on my radar at all. He's just off in some invisible land where I can't shoot him, can't damage him. And like I said before, I'm not showing anyone how to do this. And hopefully this can get fixed either fast, or hopefully Trials doesn't need to get canceled. But either way, if you're out there playing Trials this weekend, you might run into this, and it could definitely be a big yikes in this first weekend of Trials in Beyond Light. So, all right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's short and sweet news story, we have Bungie making a big blunder with today's hotfix. It was hotfix 6251, and it fixed a small slew of issues in the game, but it re-emerged the Spectral Pages Bug. You can see right here on the Bungie forums, it's kind of a top trending topic now. Everyone's posting saying, hey, Spectral Pages are bugged again. Let me know down in the comments below if it's bugged for you. I'm not sure if it's bugged for everyone across the board now, or if it's just certain individuals like it was when Festival of the Lost launched. Obviously, that was a huge blunder. It was a big game-breaking bug to launch Festival of the Lost like that. And I made a video criticizing Bungie about it because I thought it was pretty bad. And now here we are. They try to fix it with fix some other stuff with a hotfix and revert one of those big bugs. And now it's back in the game. Bungie Help did just tweet out in regards to this. They posted saying, we're investigating the reemergence of an issue causing Spectral Pages not to manifest, blocking progression of the Gone But Not Forgotten quest line. So they are investigating it. Hopefully they do get to fixing this. Definitely a bit of a shit show, in my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are. PSA, if you are getting the option to pre-download Lightfall early, do not pre-download Lightfall at this point in time. This will lock you out of your ability to play Destiny 2 until Lightfall releases. So many people on PlayStation have been reporting this. You can see this here. This is just one individual. If you go on Twitter or go on the forums, you will see hundreds of individuals saying that they have been locked out of Destiny 2 because they pre-download Lightfall. It does give you the title screen early, which seems nice, but it's not a good option, right? You want to be able to play Destiny from now until the 24-hour downtime. Bungie Help has tweeted out saying, we're currently investigating an issue where the preload of Lightfall has pushed out early in some regions. We recommend players pause this download until February 27th, 9 AM Pacific Standard Time to continue playing the live game. Update PS5 players who still want to play Destiny 2 need to perform the following. You have to uninstall the game. Go to Game Library, select your collection, select the Destiny 2 icon, select the PS5 version on the D2 store page, select Download to reinstall. You have to completely uninstall and reinstall the game, which can take people a long time, especially on PlayStation. It slows you down quite a bit. Then they actually give another update here saying PS5 players who still want to play Destiny 2 need to perform the following, where they further reiterate those same instructions. So do yourself a favor and do not preload Destiny 2 early for PlayStation or any platform for that matter. You'll be locked out of the game. You'll have to uninstall and reinstall the whole thing. Lightfall starting off with a massive bug or with the preload. Hopefully not nearly as many bugs with the launch, but if it's anything like we've seen in the past, there's going to be some serious bugs. Bungie is currently in DEFCON 1 right now. Our worst fears in Destiny 2 have finally come alive. If you pay attention to the video in the top left corner here, this is our worst nightmare as Guardians. We have confirmation of the character deletion bug. We have someone who finally recorded this from start to finish. You can see their screen and see exactly what happened and why it happened. Obviously, it could be fake to some degree. However, you can watch and see, and we can verify through a variety of different sources exactly what happened. And this may put to rest what happened a few months ago in regards to the character deletion bug that was trending on Reddit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll give you a brief TLDR so that way you don't have to go back and watch all the other videos that I posted about this. But basically, there was a handful of people that were saying, hey, I lost a character in Destiny 2. I have absolutely no clue why I did not delete this character. It doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't want to delete this character, etc. And they posted their stories on Reddit, and all those different stories became instantly super viral, and people were like, what the heck is going on here, Bungie? And Bungie did their initial investigation of the first person and actually reinstated their character. Now, they may have done this as a safety measure or a precautionary measure because they wanted to make sure that this person didn't actually lose it due to a bug. We never got full confirmation of that, but they did in fact reinstate someone who claimed they lost their character inside Destiny 2. They gave them their character back. Afterwards, they then put out a statement saying that this was the only person that was affected by this. So all the other people that were saying, hey, I lost my character, I'm a victim of the character deletion bug, they were all basically falsified. A ton of people in the community were roasting them, saying that they're bad actors and that they're just trying to, they said they were trying to farm for karma on Reddit, which none of them even really cared about Reddit. Reddit Karma for that matter. And so what I did is I held out a bunch of different interviews with all these different individuals because I wanted to get to know them. I was like, are these people actually bad actors? Are they really just trying to, you know, get some fame momentarily? Would someone actually go through the insanity of deleting a character or multiple characters inside Destiny 2 just to get some attention? Like, think about how long it takes to level up your character, to beat all the quests, to get all the armor, to get all the exotic weapons and everything else in the game, and all the god rolls of all the legendaries that you can't just get back instantly. Think about how long it would take to get that back. Who would actually delete a character for just a moment of attention? So I did a bunch of interviews and collected a bunch of information. Obviously, you probably have watched those if you have already. If you haven't, basically none of them really seemed like bad actors. So we kind of just left it to be. We're like, we put it to rest. We're saying, we don't know, to be continued. We'll see if we ever see anyone get their character deleted. A week ago, we saw someone get 3 characters deleted, and that didn't seem that good. It seemed a bit fishy. But today we may have got the holy grail of the character deletion bug in Destiny 2, because this individual recorded it from start to finish, every single thing that happened. You can see that they selected their character, and for a moment there, it highlighted delete the character. Then it logged them in. It didn't know what to do, so it error coded them off of that character and put them onto their Titan. So then they changed characters to see what happened, and they go back, and there it is. There is no Warlock on their account, and it was just there a moment ago. If that isn't the character deletion glitch, and I don't know what is. Amidst all the drama and chaos within the Destiny community, we have another problem. A new foe has emerged, and that is broken matchmaking. I don't know how Bungie cooked this one up, but if you go into matchmaking right now, the Iron Banner is out. You cannot play, you cannot find a match, you won't find anyone, and eventually you'll get a Mongoose error code. This happens both in PvE and in PvP, which is astounding that they're able to break both of them. I guess maybe they're both tied together. But to give you a little example of what's happening here, if I load into this Mayhem match, I'm searching for Guardians 1 out of 12, and I will just be sitting here indefinitely until I get a Mongoose error code. Bungie has addressed it briefly, saying that they're aware of the issue. I don't know what happened or how this happened, because there's actually meant to be maintenance every Tuesday at reset for an hour and a half, but this Tuesday they didn't do any maintenance at all. And so even without maintenance, we're still having issues in the game, and ones that are quite literally making Destiny 2 unplayable at this point in time. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a PSA of some big Iron Banner bugs, including one that Bungie helped us tweet out, and something that hasn't been covered just yet, which Bungie will soon be addressing, and we'll see how Bungie will deal with this. So first up, we're going to talk about this right here, which is a tweet from Bungie Help saying, we're investigating an issue where players aren't getting credit for the Jorm's Hal Triumph or the Forging Iron Quest in Iron Banner. We've determined that credit won't count if wearing more than 5 Iron Banner pieces, which can be caused by wearing Iron Banner ornaments on top of Iron Banner armor. So there you have it. If you're wearing too much Iron Banner stuff, this will bug out your Triumph, and this will be an issue for you. But what we also noticed was someone posted this for me right here, which is that they did the challenges. It says 6 out of 4. So the way it's working right now is that you can do a daily challenge, and there's supposed to be 4 throughout the week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then you can catch up on them throughout the weekend before the reset, okay? But it's bugged, and you can actually beat those daily challenges on all 3 characters, and it will progress you. You can do it on Titan Hunter and Warlock. You're not supposed to be able to. It's supposed to be account specific, but instead it's bugged to be character specific. So yesterday, Tuesday at reset, you could beat the daily challenge on your Titan Hunter and Warlock, and you would get a 3 out of 4 progress on that, and that would be effectively bugging this out for you. And then today you could do it again on Titan Hunter and Warlock, and you would be at 6 out of 4. It doesn't make any sense for this to say challenges completed 6 out of 4. Super buggy. And when you do so, you're actually your multiplier goes up really high. It says 13.86 times, but it's actually bugs and only gives you 50 reputation per match, when it actually should be giving you, I think, around 240. It's hard to tell at this point because there's so many different bugs and problems with Iron Banner. Overall, Iron Banner has been a bit of a disaster with all these changes. Bungie has really missed the mark in a lot of different ways. Let me know what your experience has been in Iron Banner. Are you loving it? Are you hating it? A lot of people experiencing bugged matches where you go in and you play and there's no rift in the middle, so you basically have to wait out the rest of the match, and it leads to either a draw or one team losing based on losing or winning based on the progress at that point in time before the rift decided to bug out. So a lot of problems with Iron Banner, a lot of issues, including the loot not being necessarily the best overall to chase for. So overall, my Iron Banner rating for Bungie this time is probably about a 4 out of 10 on this one. Hopefully they can fix some of this stuff The exotic Gauntlets point contact cannon brace are bugged and doing absolutely insane damage for uncharged melees. In the gameplay behind me here, you'll see that I'm doing countless uncharged melees, and it's actually registering the full damage of the Thunderclap. The exotic perk reads, Hammer of the Gods. Targets near you when you use your Thunderclap suffer lightning strikes and become jolted. Being amplified increases the damage of these lightning strikes. Notice that every single uncharged melee I do with this gauntlet is unleashing lightning strikes. That's not how that's supposed to work. And the reason why it's bugging is because if you activate your Thunderclap melee and in the middle of it use your super Thunder Crash, then when you come out of it, you're in a sort of bugged state, and anytime you do a charged melee, your game unleashes a full damage contact cannon brace Thunderclap, and the results are devastating. We have an update on the rose and the ability to get multiple roses inside Destiny 2. I wanted to bring you this video earlier in this week, but I wanted to make sure that I got the information right. And I think I finally do. I finally got to the bottom of it. Why some people are able to get just 1 rose, others can get 2 and 3. 3 is the absolute maximum though. And we also have an update from Bungie in regards to this, and we'll go over that in just a moment. This reads right here from Bungie Help. It says, players are intended to receive 1 rose hand cannon per account upon completion of the Dividing the Ladder intro quest. So when you completed your 7 placement matches, you should have gotten a rose, but that was bugged on day 1. And then what it's supposed to happen is that in subsequent weeks, players will receive a weekly challenge to earn another rose drop once per character per week. So you would be able to get 3 roses per week between every weekly reset from here on throughout the entirety of the season. And it says, we are currently investigating issues causing this challenge to appear early for some characters. So either some people are receiving this challenge early and that's why they were able to get 3 roses, or what it seemed to happen was that when they fixed it, if you went and picked up the quest on all 3 characters, it dropped 1 per character. So for example, for me, I only picked up this quest right here on my Titan. And so when they fixed it, I changed characters, or I logged out of the game and logged back in, and I got my rose to drop for me. And that's where you saw in that video, the rose drop being fixed. And for those that actually picked up the quest on all 3 of their characters, they got 3 roses to drop for them because Bungie pushed forward that fix and just auto dropped the rose for anyone that completed it. It's either tied to one or the other, but either way, either you got 1 rose or potentially 2 if you picked it up on 2 characters, or 3, and that's the most you're going to get for this week. Bungie has just tweeted out saying, we are aware of reports that exotic armor focusing is dropping with lower stats than intended and are currently investigating. So keep that in mind if you're trying to focus some exotic armor at Master Rahul. For the sake of testing things out, we're going to do exactly that, and we're going to see what rolls we get on all of these armors. I wonder if it's the decryption on the left or if it's the decryption on the right page, because the right page says that Ghost has discipline armor on and it will affect it. So on the left page, you get to choose like Red War Leg, but on the right page, you get to pick the exact exotic you want. And it says in there, it says focusing with a high discipline stat due to the equipped Ghost mod. I only have 1 exotic engram, and I can pick any one of these exotics. And it says right here that it will focusing with a high stat discipline due to the discipline Ghost mod I have on. So if I look at my Ghost here, I have discipline armor. So I should get a high discipline exotic when I grab one of these. But for the sake of demonstration and testing this, I could grab one of these. Here we go. I'm going to grab one. I'm going to get an exotic cipher. We're going to focus decoding, and we're going to grab a pair of syntheseps. We're gonna see what roll we have here, find out just how bad these actually are. That didn't seem too bad at all. So I think that the ones on the right are working. If I had to guess which ones are broken, 64 stat is not bad at all. If I had to guess, it's the left side here that's busted. This one's the one that's busted. So you can focus these, it would seem, but be careful when grabbing these because you might get extremely low stat armor according to Bungie. This mod is absolutely busted for PvP. In today's video, I'll be demonstrating the Reaper mod on the class item and a very bugged and very funny effect that it does when you rock this in PvP. Now, if you do just rock 1 initially, it's very, very strong, and I was recommending this to everyone for the first day of trials. So if I put a wall down, I don't have any timer, I get a kill, an orb will drop in place where this Guardian dies. You can see the orb right there. Orb drops, you can pick it up. You can use this for a variety of different armor charges. You can use it for surges, whatever you want, font of wisdom on the helmet, so on and so forth. Use that to create your builds. Now, if you put on 2 of them, this is where things are bugged, and this is why Bungie might have to disable this. You can even put on more. Want to spawn more orbs, you can put up to 3. So for this video, I'll demonstrate 3 and what's about to happen here. I'll put my wall down, which will proc Reaper. All I have to do is get a kill after using my class ability. This works for Titan Hunter and Warlock. And magical orbs are about to spawn in the middle of the map. Pay attention to this part of the screen right here. Puts the wall down. I'm going to get a kill. The orb's going to drop from him like normal. And orbs magically spawn over there as well. I don't know why they spawn over there and not where the target dies, but keep that in mind. If I were to get a kill anywhere in this map this week in Trials, those orbs will be there in that spot, those 2 orbs with triple Reaper. I can pick them up, and I can get my armor charge stacks up to 3 right there, you can see. I can pick them up at any point in time. You can wait to go pick them up. So definitely very, very strong. Classic bungo moment coming. Apparently I've been told that everyone who's making it to the Lighthouse this week, everyone who makes it flawless, is going to Lighthouse, they're collecting their loot, and they're not getting an adept weapon. It's supposed to be the Astral Horizon adept this week. And it's going to be pretty freaking hilarious for people out there that actually suffer through Trials at this point in time and don't get an adept. Just get a regular Astral. How does this happen, Bungie? How do you do this? This is so bad. You just get the normal weapon. You're supposed to get the normal and the adept. God, Bungie, what are you doing? What is this? The secret to beating the HyperNet current GM is fighting Lion. For some reason, this boss is coded as a red bar and does insane damage when you shoot with them. See those numbers? Numbers are absolutely insane. Have at least one person on your team for this GM using Fighting Lion, so that way they can constantly put significant damage to the boss like this. The other teammates can shoot them as well, but won't do quite as much. It's just infinite ammo Fighting Lion. And just like that, you can beat the GM. Easy, easy. However, it's been found that if you pop your super with this exotic gauntlet on and then swap over to Syntheseps, if you get the perk Biotic Enhancements to proc, you'll then get a buff to the super's damage. So you'll notice that in the gameplay here that I'm actually swapping exotics. This is just to optimize the amount of DPS that this can output. You are looking at 1000% damage resistance in PvP. I don't know what Bungie dev decided that this was okay, but I'm sure that this will be getting nerfed very soon because this is unbelievably broken in Crucible and especially broken in Rift, as you can see here behind me with the new Weave Walk Strand aspect. I'm able to use this. I just have to push my class ability up in the air, and in doing so I basically cannot be killed because I have around 1000% damage resistance. Normally a 140 RPM hand cannon does 70 to the head. Instead it only does 7, which is absolutely absurd. You could have 4 or 5 people shooting you and still be able to run the Rift in. So Rift is absolutely broken if you want to use Broodweaver with Weave Walk. And the reason why is because you can see what it reads here is press this button, dodge while airborne to enter the weave, gaining damage resistance. You still have decent movement while doing this too. You can jump and you can sort of Warlock escape, and you can get that extreme 1000% damage resistance from players. There is a power level glitch in Destiny 2, and we're going to be testing it out today. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, let's do this here. See what damage numbers we get from shooting these guys. 38,514. 10,000 with no shields. 10,000. So this is normal. Let's go to master. Should make a small difference. We'll see how much of a substantial difference it makes. All right, this is master difficulty. This is where the numbers should matter more. The last test probably didn't matter as much. This one will matter a lot though. Let's see what we get here. So this should be 7,718. 7718. 3 bullets like that. 7718. Now I should be able to, you go into your collections, you can pull the old artifact. I have this one here. All right, so we've got the artifact on now from last season. Supposedly you can do this. I don't know. That's what I've been told. It's a glitch that works. We're gonna have to disable these old artifacts. All right, so last time we did 7716 or somewhere around there. Now we're doing 7931. 7931. I wonder if I run away and swap my artifact mod. Swap artifact mod to this one. Yeah, 7718. 7718. That's pretty crazy. So for some bizarre reason, you can pull last season's seasonal artifact mod and it will level you up. That's a really big advantage when doing master content. You're gonna want to take advantage of that. All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and yesterday I made a video covering that there is a game-breaking bug inside Destiny 2 This super right here, Shadebinder, is able to absolutely melt, decimate raid bosses instantaneously. This was done on all of the Last Wish bosses. This was done on the Gambit Meatball, and it can be done on any boss inside the game. And so this is extremely game-breaking and a really, really big problem. And what Bungie has done for all the problems in Beyond Light so far is they've just made the items unusable, or for example with Trials, they delayed Trials by 2 weeks. So a lot of people are wondering, what is Bungie going to do in terms of the raid, because the new raid is about to come out very soon. And so here we actually have DMG, the community manager, reacting to this bug saying, well, shit. That was his reaction initially, because it sucks. It sucks to be Bungie. It sucks to be us, the community, because this is a really big problem. If the day 1 raid comes out and this Shadebinder super is allowed to be played inside of it, you can melt a lot of these bosses in a way that you shouldn't be able to ordinarily, because this is a nasty bug and this is going to be a really big problem for the game. Alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky and welcome to the Vault of Cheese. Some weird cheesy stuff with the lens and with Atheon apparently. We're going to investigate here. I'm not responding anywhere near Venus. Oh, I'm in Venus now.
Just keep doing it.
What the fuck?
Keep reverting your spawn.
There's Atheon! Just vibing here!
I'm putting a flag down.
How'd you get it in?
Yeah.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah. As long as you were in Venus, you could go in there.
Yeah, just keep dying.
Oh, he's like friendly, Atheon.
Sometimes I'll slam or shoot, but it's random.
I want to get a selfie with him.
You should get the throne emote. Do the throne emote next to him.
What happened? Oops.
I will single-handedly destroy you, Atheon. World's first solo Atheon. Let's go. Just sitting here forever, slowly shooting him while he does nothing. Make much more. He's dead. Let's go.
Start the encounter.
GG's, Atheon.
GG's. No, don't start. We have to wipe. And maybe
wait, I'm going back to Gorgon.
We can start it. And wipe.
You have to make it a darkness zone and then wipe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can't get back into Gorgon. It's locked. Oh no, you can. No, you can. Oh wait.
Now what do we do to get the spoils drop?
I think you have to start it.
Yeah.
Start it up then. Start on up. At what point do the spoils drop? Oh, defeat Atheon without destroying any supplicants? Oh no.
Easy.
Nice.
Easy trial.
Oh my god, wait. I'm back in the Gorgon maze and it's all buggy.
That's crazy.
Look at my
Alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in the Witch Queen, we have one shader that's really stealing the show. As you can see, there's this goofy shader that is all pink with blue circles. It's like turquoise blue circles all over it. And the shader right here, I'll show you on my armor. You can find it in collections. It's called Night's Chill. And it's supposed to be black, white, and 2 colors of blue, but for whatever reason, it is completely bugged out. And apparently the bugged default version of this is pink with teal circles. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a beautiful shader. I would recommend putting it on and using it, because this is hilarious. Okay, there are some pretty crazy glitches in Destiny 2, and in today's video, I'm going to be covering one that has become top trending on YouTube, which is the ability to one-hit kill the new dungeon boss Perseus by using the new Arc Staff. All you have to do, according to this guy, and he has a series of videos here, I don't think that he's actually baiting us. He could be baiting us, but I don't think he is, because he shows side-by-side views, he shows multiple angles, he kills the boss multiple times. You can watch the footage here. All he does is he waits for the ads to spawn, he has Perseus stuck against the other side of this pillar, and he uses his super right here. Even though he's normally immune in this area, he's going to use his super right here, and this is going to one-hit kill Perseus. I think what's happening is that the supplicants are exploding and killing him, something like that. I have no clue, but right there you can see he dies, and the boss is gone, and he gets the loot. Alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we got a little bit of Bungie news we got to cover. Bungie Help has tweeted out, we're investigating an issue where purchases of repeatable war table bounties adds extra invisible bounties that can't be removed, permanently taking up space. At this time, players should not purchase these bounties. to ensure they do not lose quest space. Stay tuned for updates. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the topic of the IKLOS SMG is bugged. It's doing the exotic primary 40% plus damage. It's basically operating as though it is an exotic, even though it's a legendary. I just made a video talking about this, and a ton of people were commenting saying, hey, you know, you compared a 750 RPM to a 900. The IKLOS SMG is actually not bugged. To clarify, I did compare those two, which was my mistake, but that doesn't take away the fact that it is in fact bugged, and I'm going to demonstrate here. I've exhaustively upgraded 4 different 750 RPM SMGs to explain this. So, first up we have the Huckleberry, which is a 750. I've infused it to 1550, and we have the Extraordinary Rendition, and you can see the difference between the damage of these two. All exotic primary ammo weapons do 40% more damage. So if I shoot the Huckleberry at an ad here, you'll see I do 661 damage. You can see those numbers there. And then as I swap off to the Extraordinary Rendition, I will do significantly less, 40% less. So instead of 661, I get 472. Right? So I just do less damage because I'm not shooting an exotic primary ammo weapon. Similarly, the IKLOS SMG and the Tarba should have the same relationship, where the IKLOS should do less than the Tarba, but you'll notice that the IKLOS does the exact same amount as Tarba. So, I'll shoot the IKLOS SMG here, and you'll see I'm doing 630. And you might wonder why it wasn't at 661 like the other weapon. That's because kinetic weapons do more damage to non-shielded combatants, so that's why it does a little bit less. Now, I'll shoot the Tarba, and you'll see that it does the exact same damage. We got 630 to the body, 630 to the body, 630 to the body. You can see that there. So, in conclusion, the IKLOS SMG is operating as an exotic, and it's doing 40% more damage. It's a bug. It should be doing roughly the same as the Extraordinary Edition, but obviously it's a kinetic weapon. And yeah, that's just to clarify that situation. So definitely IKLOS SMG is insane right now. This will allow you to use exotics in other slots because you don't have to use an exotic primary ammo weapon to do insane ad clear. Bungie may disable this weapon, or they may adjust it in time. Who knows what they're going to do with this. Pinnacle Drops within Destiny 2 are bugged. I know, no surprise here. Bugs inside Beyond Light, right? We keep talking about it over and over and over again. But I need to let you know, because if you are at the top echelon of leveling, this will be a problem for you. For me, for example, I'm at 1250 gear score. I have 1250 on all my gear. But I was able to get past the 1250 mark with my power weapon by doing the 100k Nightfall. So I'm letting you know that the pinnacles from the director, I'll go to the director right here. I did this, the 3 strikes for the pinnacle gear, and did not receive a proper pinnacle. I received a 1250, and I believe the pinnacle from the 100k Nightfall does work on that one, and Hawthorne is the only other one that I know of that works. Now, if you're out there grinding and leveling and you're at the top echelon of leveling, please let me know in the comment section below if there's any others that are actually properly working. But I believe, like, for example, if you were to do this Gambit one right here, this would not drop above a 1250 drop. This is going to actually be capped. So, alright, here we go. This is bugged grenade launcher. Tess, burst Morga. Tether, and a well done. And let's go. Oh, yeah. That's doing some good damage there.
I don't know. I think we need to wait.
Jeez. So that was 6 prospectors. The old exotic. I haven't seen anyone use this in a while. We had 6 of us using it. Alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and Arc Staff is insane. The damage resistance while dodging makes you actually have God mode. Like, the amount of damage you receive is so minute. You can literally survive missiles, supers, everything. I'm going to demonstrate it here in a Mayhem private match. So first up, I'll pop my super and I'll dodge, and I'll have Daffy shoot me with some golden gun shots. You can see how little damage it does here as I'm dodging around. I try to dodge in a straight line. You can see there. Barely does any damage to me. Now Dwayne can hit me with a missile while I'm still dodging here. Boom. Breaks my shields, but doesn't kill me. And then let me set my super, and then we'll do the chaos in a second. Alright, so I'm gonna pop my super, and Daruz has chaos reach with geomags on. And for this one, I'm literally gonna dodge in a corner, so that way I'm stationary, so every single bit of that chaos reach blasts me. Here we go. The full geomag chaos. And just barely breaks my shields. And obviously in a real Crucible situation, you wouldn't get hit nearly that much. So have fun out there if you fight up against any Arcstriders, because they're going to be actual god mode. Obviously, there's other tactics you could use, like freezing them and stuff, but as far as fighting them super v super with any of those supers, good luck, because that is ridiculously OP. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later. Alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video we're going to talk about Le Monarch doing bugged damage, and all bows actually doing a damage boost when you put on the Overload bow mod from this season's artifact. It actually doesn't work with the other weapons, and this buff in the bottom left corner actually used to proc a few seasons ago, but it wasn't effectively working. But for some reason it's working this season, and only with bows specifically. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit here for you. We've got Le Monarch on, and then I also am going to have effective measure here, so we'll put on Overload machine gun in a moment. So right now Le Monarch does stun overloads, so we're going to do the charge shot. So you do 5-4-9-3. You can see every time I shoot a shot afterwards, it's still 5-4-9-3. The damage doesn't change. You can see in the bottom left corner there's no damage boost. And then obviously with machine gun, I don't have Overload machine gun right now, so it's just going to do 2-4-5-0. Okay, so remember those numbers, because we're going to go through and come right back here with the double champ mods on. Okay, here we go. Alright, and we are now back in the same encounter, the Grandmasters, where our level is uniformly made 1595, and we're going to have Overload bow and Overload machine gun on, and you'll notice that I will get damage boost this time, what I didn't get before, and it happens with any bow you have on that stuns. Any bow you can just throw on Overload bow, and then it'll get this damage boost. And you'll notice that it actually does increase my damage for Le Monarch and other bows, but it doesn't work for machine guns. So here we go. First number will be 5-4-9-3, and then afterwards I will get an increase to damage. So there it is, 7-4-1-5, over and over again, and you can see damage boost on the left. It's nice, it's awesome, it's epic. That makes bows really, really strong this season. And now what I'm doing is swap to the machine gun, and you'll see I'll get the 2450, but after he's stunned and I have damage boost, it'll still say 2450. Damage boost on the left, still doing 2450. So there is a crazy glitch with the new dungeon if you're using Stasis Warlock, where you use your right click when you're in your super, and it actually activates the nodes when you have the buff. Because it sends out a blast that does damage, you're able to basically get through encounters a lot faster. This works for all the rooms in the dungeon as well that have these nodes. So if you want to skip past anything or make it easier for yourself, get the buff like this, pop your super, and then right click, and you'll notice that they both activate. I can go through and I can do the full chain here just to demonstrate. It activated that one and that one. Take that one. This one. Last one, and we'll activate the entire chain to there. So that entire side was completed just by clicking my stasis super. So alright. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and this is your weekly Zur Loot and Location PSA. He's got a bugged Sorrow's Verse. I'll show you exactly how and why. Right now, if you inspect it, it's got dynamic sway and then 3 damage perks here. But if you grab it, you get like random rolls, and it changes at times. So for example, I have a 1-for-all dynamic sway outlaw roll. I grabbed that just a minute ago, and now I also have this roll, and then I have this roll right here. This one should be the triple perk roll. Let's see that. The other roll I grabbed earlier actually had 3 perks, and let's see, is this it right here? Yeah, this is the one I got. This is the first one I got. Actually has 5 perks here, so you can definitely go grab that. If that's not the God roll to Sorrow's Verse, it's definitely one of the sickest rolls for PvE, and Arc 3.0 is coming out pretty soon, so keep that in mind. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a very short and sweet explanation on how you can get double loot from Zur. He's actually bugged. Normally, he's supposed to be here through, at least according to USA time, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then he goes away on Tuesday reset. However, if you're sitting here, exactly where he is on Nessus, at Tuesday reset, you are in an instance where he bugs and his loot in his inventory completely changes. And when it does so, there can actually be some really good God rolled weapons here, some really crazy stuff. So you definitely want to be there for the bugged instance. And you will only have a short window of time, because later on in Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, the instance is going to be there. No one's going to be holding that. It's going to refresh with time. So you pretty much just have like within the first hour to do this, because otherwise that instance will be gone. So make sure, if you know what the reset time is, you can adjust it to your time zone. It's at noon Eastern Standard Time, according to USA time, New York time, and adjust that to your time zone. Go to Zur, be there before the reset time, and you'll see his inventory swap, and you might get yourself some really good loot, and you won't miss out on some of those god rolls. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the title of this video, which is Please Don't Cancel Trials Bungie, because there is a problem with the game right now. There's a bug in the game, and one that I've already covered in thorough detail before. The Salvation Script exotic grenade launcher can yeet people out of the map. So if you see here in this clip, this is a clip from my friend Roxley, who I play Trials with regularly. You can do the same bug that's already been in the game for a long time now, where you shoot the Salvation Script at your feet, you do your Titan melee, and you just fly off into the sunset. This is a big problem, okay? This is not okay. But Bungie can fix this, and Trials does not need to be canceled because of this. All Bungie has to do is make sure to pick the right maps. Don't pick the map Cauldron and the map Exodus Blue. Those two maps have no skybox limit on them, and so you're able to get out of the map just so effortlessly and so easily. It's very, very imperative that Bungie picks the right Trials map. When Trials was in Beyond Light for all but 6 minutes, they chose the map Wormhaven, which was a good choice. So if you're out there watching this, Mr. Bungie Dev, make sure not to pick those two Trials maps. In today's video, I'm bringing you a short and sweet PSA. Get into the PsyOps Battlegrounds. If you can load into the Cosmodrome PsyOps Battleground, you can actually get double or even triple loot if you're extremely fast. All you gotta do is grab the chest, run all the way back to the loading zone. It's a little bit of a ways away, but once you load into that loading zone and come back, you only have to step like through the first door, and it brings you back to the chest. If you do this fast enough, you could get it done 3 times on a Warlock or whatever class you're really, really fast on. I myself could only get it done 2 times, but it's really nice because you can get double PsyOps Battlegrounds loot. Bungie will most certainly be fixing this and patching this very soon, but while it's around, get that double loot.